You are welcome to yet another episode of LFN What's Your Say? The leading listening show where we discuss important issues with important people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. Ladies and gentlemen, hear this truth. Today, June 23, 2025. A man's life hangs in the balance, not just in the courts but in the shadows of a system turned against him. R. Kelly faces a grave threat not from justice, but from those who wield its power to protect their own. Prosecutors Angel Krull and Elizabeth Gettys, driven by fear of their own missteps, will not rest, it is said, until he is silenced forever. Why? Because he holds knowledge that could unravel their careers. This is a time for the truth, for justice and for survival. It's time to expose the attempts on his life and the legal wrongs that fuel this vendetta. Picture a man locked in a cell, his every move watched and his voice stifled. Now imagine he knows secrets. Secrets about those who put him there, secrets that threaten their power, their prestige, their very place in this world. That is R. Kelly's reality. Whispers on X, filings in court and voices in the legal community point to a chilling claim. Angel Krull and Elizabeth Gettys see him as a danger not to society but to themselves. Their careers rest on fragile ground cracked by their own mistakes. And so it is now alleged they have turned to desperate measures to ensure he never speaks out. This is no mere courtroom battle. It is now a fight for survival. A filing submitted to the court on June 11, 2025, reported by The Guardian, lays bare a shocking truth, a plot to end R. Kelly's life involving prison officials and even the Aryan Brotherhood. Why such extremes? Because R. Kelly knows too much and has a valid case against these government prosecutors. He knows of their overreach during his trial process, their ethical lapses and their dubious and illegal tactics that skirt the law. If he survives this and speaks, if he fights or if he wins, their legacies could crumble. This is not justice. This is self-preservation at its most ruthless. And the public must not stand silent. Let us begin with Angel Krull, once a lead prosecutor in Chicago's Northern District of Illinois, whose pursuit of R. Kelly in 2022 led to convictions for child pornography and enticement. But her victory against Kelly was tainted by grave errors that could haunt her still. Consider this: a motion filed by co-defendant Darryl McDavid's attorneys in 2022, reported by CBS Chicago on August 4, revealed Krull used a false name, Demetrius Levinsky, and a private Gmail account to communicate with journalist Jim DeRogatis, who shaped early narratives against Kelly. Why the alias? Why the secrecy? Such actions suggest a prosecutor hiding from oversight, perhaps to influence the press or gather evidence in illegal ways. This is no small matter. Prosecutorial ethics demand total transparency. Communications with journalists, especially those tied to a case, must be documented and conducted through official channels. Krull's use of a pseudonym and private email, if proven, violates those principles. Meanwhile, the defense argued that this was only part of a broader pattern of deception, one that undermined the trial's fairness. Worse still, this information was disclosed to the defense mere weeks before trial, though prosecutors knew of it for years. And such withholding is not just negligence. It is a potential ethical breach that could justify an appeal or even dismissal of charges. But the misconduct does not end there. Another motion filed on August 5, 2022 and covered by the Chicago Sun-Times exposed Krull's inappropriate relationship with a key witness known in her phone as Boss Baby. This witness, who was pivotal in both the 2008 and 2022 trials, engaged in undocumented calls and an in-person meeting with Krull. Text messages revealed Krull calling her with short forms like "my BB" to mean "my boss baby," praising her pregnancy selfie as beautiful and her skin as glowing. McDavid's attorneys called this pandering, arguing it created an appearance of impropriety. A Homeland Security investigations agent, Amalia Molina, was implicated in these unreported contacts, raising a damning question: was Krull coaching or unduly influencing a witness to bolster her case? These are not mere technicalities. They strike at the heart of justice. If Krull's actions compromised the trial, R. Kelly was denied his fundamental rights. And that truth terrifies her. If these issues gain traction in public exposure, it could unravel her career. Sanctions, investigations or disbarment could follow. Is it any surprise then that some allege she would go to unthinkable lengths to silence him? The claimed prison plot to kill R. Kelly, though unproven, fits this narrative, a prosecutor desperate to bury her mistakes and desperate to keep R. Kelly from speaking out. Now turn to Elizabeth Gettys, Assistant U.S. Attorney in New York's Eastern District, who led the 2021 case against R. Kelly, securing a wrongful 30-year sentence. Her pursuit was marred by a scandal that threatens her legacy, the leaking of Kelly's private prison communications. Court documents and reports, including a 2023 lawsuit covered by CBS Chicago on November 14, reveal a disturbing pattern of misconduct tied to Geddes and Krull's oversight. While Kelly was held at Chicago's Metropolitan Correctional Center in 2019, his emails, phone calls and visitor logs were illegally accessed by over 60 federal prison officials, some of whom leaked this sensitive information to bloggers like Tasha K, whose YouTube channel Unwind with Tasha boasts over 1 million subscribers. A federal search warrant unsealed in Chicago and reported by the Chicago Tribune on September 8, 2021 detailed how a Bureau of Prisons officer not assigned to the MCC accessed Kelly's records 153 times between July and December 2019 with no official reason. This officer emailed herself a 12-page scan of Kelly's jail records, including his emails, which later appeared in Tasha K's social media videos. In one such video posted November 2019, Tasha K shared exclusive details about Kelly's relationships with girlfriends Joycelyn Savage and Azriel Clary, even quoting a recorded call where Joycelyn Savage was crying hysterically. She bragged, "There's a phone tap somewhere and I'm not gonna tell you where it's at. I have the plug," she added. These leaks caused chaos and discord in Kelly's life, ruining relationships and leading to a court-ordered seizure of his prison funds after a Washington Post report, also sourced from a leak, exposed his account balance. Gettys, as a lead prosecutor, was responsible for overseeing the integrity of Kelly's case. Yet under her watch this breach occurred, compromising his privacy and tainting the judicial process. The new motion claims the Department of Justice failed to protect Kelly's confidential information, allowing employees to sell or share it for monetary gain, clout or simple harassment. Why did Gettys not ensure stricter controls? Why were these leaks not addressed sooner? The failure to safeguard Kelly's communications suggests negligence at best and complicity at worst. If findings show that these leaks prejudiced his defense, the case could unravel, exposing Gettys to scrutiny for prosecutorial oversight failures. Such a mark on her record could end her career, especially given her high-profile role in previous awards, like the 2019 NYC Ella Public Service Award. This scandal fuels the narrative that Gettys has reason to fear Kelly's voice. If he exposes her role in allowing or failing to prevent these leaks, her reputation as a meticulous prosecutor could crumble. The alleged plot to silence him, whether true or not, aligns with this fear. A man whose private communications were leaked holding knowledge that could damage her legacy must be stopped, giving her a motive. Now we confront the most chilling claim: the attempts on R. Kelly's life itself. A court filing on June 11, 2025, reported by The Guardian, revealed an alleged murder plot involving prison officials and a member of the Aryan Brotherhood, a gang notorious for its reach behind bars. This filing, seeking Kelly's release to home confinement, argued his life is in peril because of what he knows and who he could expose. Though Krull and Gettys are not named directly, speculation on X and beyond ties this plot to their desperation. R. Kelly's convictions rest on the work of Krull and Gettys, but their errors. Krull's ethical breaches and Gettys' failure to prevent leaks leave those convictions vulnerable. If R. Kelly remains alive and speaks publicly about their misconduct, their careers could collapse. Krull could face probes into her witness tampering and alias. Gettys could be criticized for allowing leaks that prejudiced Kelly's case. Both could see their names synonymous with failure and not triumph. And so the narrative goes, they seek to silence him forever. The Aryan Brotherhood's alleged role adds plausibility. Gangs have been proxies in prison conspiracies before. Complicit officials could be swayed by pressure or gain. The story about the two prosecutors' misconduct fits their predicament. Two prosecutors with everything at stake facing a man who refuses to be silenced. They certainly may want to eliminate him. Thank you for watching today's video, a production of LFN Media, giving you another perspective of issues at hand. We make it our business to keep you updated with the truth amidst the cloud of lies the media wants you to believe. It is therefore important to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon and allow all notifications so that you don't miss out whenever we publish a new video.